What's going on, y'all? So I have went and did something. So what happened was, where do I begin? The Lincoln. The transmission worked for a little while, and then it stopped working altogether. So I got mad and I got frustrated, and I went and I did something else. Uh, I sold the Lincoln. That's what I did. Oh, you're wondering what you're looking at? That's not mine. That's my mother's. I'm just being annoying right now because I know she's in there. But, yeah, I went and did something a little bit different. Just a little bit. And now I'm about to put gas in it for the first time, sort of, kind of. So, let me tell you what happened. Oh, shit. Uh, I got all my stuff in here because I've been sleeping in here. Let me grab my keys. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Well, let me tell you what happened first. We're going to just watch the cars go by down the street from my mother's. So basically what happened was the Lincoln just decided that it was going to take a poop on me. And that's just what it did. I rebuilt the transmission. I did my best, but it's not a C6 transmission. It is some sort of electric transmission that I keep getting the letters and the numbers mixed up on. It's a good transmission. It's just that transmission is notorious E4OD. That's what it is. I don't know why they had E4OD in a car that late, but unless somebody might have did it. That's the only other thing I can think of. Somebody did it. So, I ended up selling it, and the strange thing is, I made out fairly well. But so I have completely decided, and this is pretty much what I'm sticking with. I've decided that I'm going to do a truck camper. It's a bad idea, but it's the most convenient thing for me. It's not stealth here, but there's places here where you can fit in without doing much. You know what? I guess y'all can look at me. Maybe not. So, so, so that's what I've decided to do. Also, I don't plan on staying around here. So let's begin with the truck. I have two of them. Two of them. Now, some of y'all aren't going to watch this video completely through. Some of y'all are just going to watch the first 5 minutes and say, oh, Lord, he done bought another truck. No, I didn't spend no money on either. In fact, I got them both for free, just about. I'm having one problem with the other one, and that's trying to get the wheels to turn. But that's a whole nother story. I went to look at a truck I was going to pay for, and it was in Pennsylvania. It was in up above Gettysburg, and then that didn't work out because the engine wasn't going to last all the way out to Nevada. I can tell you that now. It probably wouldn't have lasted going anywhere near here. Then I went to Harrisburg and then looked at something, and then I went all the way across to Philadelphia and looked at something, but it was entirely too much rust. I mean, weight reduction does not begin to describe what this thing had. This thing had full-blown cancer. It was not, I would have bought that thing, I mean, given it ran okay, but I would have bought that thing and put a camp on it and it would have just fell apart. There's no question about it. So I didn't bother. Did I? I did, didn't I? Oh well. Anyway, so I didn't bother getting it. And then I went up to Philadelphia. And you know what? I should probably put this in a parking space, but that's all good. Anyway, I went up to Philadelphia and I not Philadelphia, up to Trenton, New Jersey, and looked at the truck that I was supposed to look at it originally, but didn't look at because I thought it wasn't good enough, and it didn't run, and it hadn't been running in God knows when. Well, I get up there, and this thing has quite a bit of weight reduction, quite a bit. But it wasn't bad enough for me to be like, no. Now, is it going to last? Is the question. And I'd say, yeah. Yeah, it's not going to crumble when I put a truck camper on it. And I can say that based off the fact that it has a salt spreader in the back of it full of salt. Now, I'm going to put a picture of one of these two trucks, probably that one, in the thumbnail. But, yeah. And so the guy, he was a really nice guy. And he generally, make a long story short, he let me have it for free. And it, new tires all the way around. Now, don't think that this truck is perfect, because it's not. It's rustier than hell. It's got a hole in the floor the size of my foot. But he told me that it runs. And it run okay, but it's got a few issues when you take it long distance. I said, okay, well, what's the issue? He's like, it runs hot. Now, I'm not worried about that. It's probably a water pump or something. That's not a big deal for me. I can pull a Ford water pump off in a few minutes. But my only hang up with it is that it's automatic. And that was not in my plans, to have another automatic anything. Because I plan on taking a camper across country. So I had my hang-ups about it. And now at this point, the truck was still $700. And so I didn't know. I said, well, let's try to get it running. I figured, if I got it running and it ran good, then I'd buy it. And if I got it running and I decided I didn't want it, at least I got it running for the guy. No big deal. I didn't mind, And he said it wouldn't run, it wasn't getting fuel or something like that. Man, I went to go crank that thing over and it started up. And it ran, but it was running rough because the carburetor was out of adjustment. I adjusted the carburetor, man. You talking about something that runs smooth, boy. So I decided to get it. And he just gave it to me. Title, no, I got the title somewhere in here amongst the clothes and the trash. But so I did that, and I drove it. And it's 4-wheel drive, it's automatic, and it's got not the big V8, but it's not a small V8 either. It's a 351. But not my favorite motor, but at the same time, it runs perfect. So I'm not complaining. Once again, I went to go put gas in it, and the gas tank fell off because of the rust. It's okay. It's all right. We're not going to talk about the gas tank falling off at the gas station and then the plow coming down because I cut the truck off not thinking and hitting the gas pump. We're not going to talk about that and cutting off the gas line to the gas pump thing, the rubber hose. Yeah, cut that off. But we're not going to talk about that. In fact, we're not going to mention none of that at all. Or how the brakes didn't work and I ran over the trash cans after I got it going again. But we're not going to talk about that stuff. We're going to ignore that. In fact, we're just not even going to have that conversation. Okay? So anyway, I ended up getting it running again. I just run it off a gas can, and I got the plow back up because it's a plow truck. That's why it's so salty, why it's so rusty like that. And I get a phone call while I'm in the process of this. Now, the brown truck used to be mine years ago. Back in 2011 or 12, it was mine. And it wasn't in this bad a shape when I had it, because I used to keep it up. But my buddy had it, and he blew up the motor I put in, because I put 2 motors in this truck. One motor when I had it, and then one motor when he had it. So He blew the motor up, and he ended up buying a brand new motor for it and putting it in there. And we sat out in the driveway and put it in. If I can get that video off my other YouTube channel, I'll put it on here. But we ended up putting the motor in, put new clutch in it. I mean, put it like this. My buddy doesn't spare any money when it comes to getting new, expensive parts. So the truck, even though, despite the fact that y'all haven't seen it yet, and there's rust falling off of it, despite the fact that all of that and the dents and the dings, despite all of that, the truck is brand new. He has two of them, he had two of them, and now I got this one. So he's got another one like that, where the body is shot. There's nothing left of the body, but it's got a brand new engine in it and a rebuilt transmission and brand new tires and brand new everything. The truck itself, without all of the new stuff, ain't worth $200. Which is kind of the same situation here, but I give this one $300. But so I figured it was an idea if I went on ahead and, because he was going to junk the truck. Basically, somebody stripped it in DC the other day, and they took everything, and they put a hole in the gas tank and all kind of stuff. So I said, man, look, you didn't put too much money in it. Did they take the engine? He said, no. Did they take transmission? No. By the way, it's got a new clutch. This one is a 5-speed or 4-speed. I said, is a 4-wheel drive still intact? He said, yeah. And it's an extended cab. I said, yeah, I'll take it back. So he gave it back to me this morning, and it just kind of fell in my lap. So I got 2 free trucks, 2 of them. Now, what am I going to do with 2 free trucks? Quite honestly, I have no idea. None whatsoever. I don't know if I'm going to keep, well, the blue one, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell that after I get some money to get me a decent, and then again, I might not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But today I spent all day putting this one back together. Now I got it running just perfect, and the brakes don't work. I don't know. I just don't know. So, don't worry, in a second I'm going to show you the truck. I'm just sitting here because the neighbors around here kind of snooty, and I don't want them asking a whole bunch of questions. Well, we're going to go over the truck in a second. So basically, the gas tank has a hole in it. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world are you driving around without a gas tank? Well, let's answer that question. I guess that's where we can start. It has a gas tank, by the way. The other truck doesn't have a gas tank, but this one does. But it's got a big ass hole in it. So basically, I took a 5-gallon gas can and run a hose to the fuel pump, and the other hose coming from the fuel pump goes straight to the carburetor. Yeah, that's how I'm running the truck with no. But see, the truck ain't bad on gas because it's got a 6-cylinder in it. So I can literally run it, I don't know what, 15, 30, 60, 60, 75. I can run it 75 miles off of 5 gallons of gas, just about, before I got to put more gas in. So what I was going to do is get 2 5-gallon gas cans. Now, at this point, you're probably saying, Brother Tom, why don't you just put a damn gas tank on it? Well, the problem with putting a gas tank in this one is that it had one of them extended travel tanks, and I don't have the straps to go to a regular tank for this. And they sell the straps, but the problem is getting the straps to fit. Put it like this, it's been modified, and it's got 2 of them tanks on here. So I can't even, the back tank has a rust hole or something. I don't remember what was wrong with that one. But both of them are like that. So that's kind of where it stands right now. Now I'm on my way to go get some gas for this thing. And tomorrow I have to drive it to New Jersey after I get out of dialysis, and I don't know. I just don't know. And the reason I'm driving to New Jersey so I can go pick up the other truck, by the way. And then there's another surprise. But I'm not going to get into that one yet. But I did good. Just know that I did good. And stay tuned, you'll see the other surprise. Now, in the meantime, we're going to jump out of this car and grab the gas can so I can put gas in the gas can. And what else? Damn, I just lost my train of thought. I need the gas can. Well, I just need the gas can, I guess. We'll see what happens. Give me 1 second. Do I have? Yeah. Okay. So I'm keeping the truck at my mother's house, and until I figure out what I'm doing with it, I'm hoping that my stimulus check comes tomorrow so I can try to get some. Try to get some tags for both of them. Pay the mess in the car, no mind, because it is a mess. So this is it. It's out of focus. There we go. So that's it. Pop the hood so I can show y'all what I did to get it running. Came with a toolbox. Got brand new tires on it. Brand new. What he did, he built this truck. He probably spent $5,000 or $6,000 on it. He built it so we could go off-roading and stuff. And we never went nowhere. There's the gas can sitting over there. It's got the nice bucket seats, even though they're dirty. That's a stick. 4-wheel drive. Seats are dirty. That's the window they broke out to get in here. That's my hood popper right here. Good old vice grips. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so that's the hood popper. And yeah, got a back seat in there. That back seat actually turns into a bed. I don't know if y'all can see that. And got the big fog lights up top, the roll bar. I gotta grab that fuel pump too. And I guess we can go around the back of the truck. I mean, it's a pretty tough truck in all reality. I used it to haul a small truck camper around. I never had a big one, you know. Got dual exhaust on it. So this is the motor we put in. And it's brand new. I mean, it's not brand new. It's rebuilt. And it's got a cam and got a 2-barrel Holly on it. And I think he put headers on here, but I don't. Nah, he didn't put headers on. I thought he did. He did. New fuel pump, new everything. New plugs and wires. It's just all dirty. But anyway, new battery. So this is what I did, right? So this right here is the fuel pump. And this is the line going into the fuel pump. This is the line going out of the fuel pump. This line right here is coming out of the fuel pump. It goes up and around, and it ends up right here in the carburetor. This line, on the other hand, right here, with the filter on it, that's the filter, comes up and around, goes all the way down here, and in through the hole in the floor of the truck. Oh yeah, there's a hole in the floor. It's about the size of my foot. I might fall out. And it comes out right there. And it comes up here to this, and it goes into the gas can. Like so. And that's how it operates. So that's it. And I'm gonna do a video on the other. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I just noticed that. I'm gonna do a video on the other truck when I get it down here, if I get it down here. And I will talk to y'all later in the meantime, because I have to drive that little thing that costs $100 a day almost to go get some gas for this thing that doesn't cost me nothing. And I'll talk to y'all later. If you like my videos, like and subscribe. If you don't like my videos, like and subscribe anyway, because eventually I'm going to fall through the hole in the floor. And if I don't fall through the hole in the floor, I'm going to lose all my money, my credit cards, and my license through the hole in the floor. And that is going to be an interesting video. I guarantee it. Yeah. Okay. Tell somebody you love them. I'll talk to y'all later.